Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of I don't know who needs to hear this, but I apologize first and foremost. I apologize for not keeping to the upload schedule, but the Zuidooster really came saggies from the berge and it blew the roof off. So that had to be fixed, but now that that is sorted, I can get back to uploading peacefully. So the topic of the discussion tonight is discipline and patience. And this is really interesting because a lot of people do not talk about this that often. And if they do not talk about it that often, then that probably means that they are not disciplined themselves. So, the first thing that I would like to make clear is that patience is the result of taking disciplined actions. If you took disciplined actions, you will have the patience and the ease of mind to know that everything you are doing will work out. Now, honing in a little bit more on discipline, right? Because I'm talking about disciplined actions. So, what is disciplined actions? We will get to that at the end of this. I promise you, we'll get to that. But first, discipline is really important because discipline brings stability to whatever you are busy with. So, if you add a structure or a system in place, you will always have stability in whatever you are doing, whether it is drawing your trend lines, determining your stops or your targets, determining which trend the market is running, determining your support and your resistances, determining your channels, whatever the case may be. If you are disciplined in that, it will always work out the best way that it should. Now, without discipline, you will always catch on just whatever you want to. You will work according your feelings and according your emotions, and this is where the nonsense actually comes in. So if you are disciplined, right, you will never ever make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Yes, making a mistake once, okay, you had to experience it. Making a mistake again, that very same mistake, then it's okay, you should watch out now. And then if you make it the third time, any mistake that you've made more than 3 times, that is totally on you. I cannot feel sorry for you. So discipline is really, really important. And the crazy thing about discipline is that people do not actually see, and this actually only shows by the fruits of your labor and over time. But discipline actually promotes good behavior and ultimately success. Now, like I said, if you take disciplined actions, you will always have the comfort in patience. I find comfort in my patience. I don't know about you guys, but in the beginning, the more trades I was chasing and the more I was feeding the FOMO, fear of missing out, that I need to be in a trade, I need to be in a trade, I'm losing out, I'm losing out. The more I let go of that, the more I was winning trades, the more I was finding my analysis to work, and most importantly, the more I was finding out what was not working for me, and then that I could push out. Now, the common mistakes, it would be stupid of me to talk about discipline and not highlight the mistakes that we often make. Now, the common mistake that I found people having is they do not have a system or a strategy in place before they enter the market. They just see the flashy lifestyle, they just fall to the allure of the materialism, and then they start investing money, and that is where the nonsense actually starts. Another thing that people with strategies and systems do, they have the fear of missing out, so they are constantly checking up on the market. And to me, that is a sin. Like for real, if you constantly gonna check up on the market is gonna induce a great sense of anxiety within you because you're always gonna feel like you are missing out, and then you're gonna go into a complete panic. And this is when everything starts turning on its head. Because the moment you start panicking, that is when you will start grabbing at straws. That is when you will interfere in the process of the system, and that is just when everything leads to losses or the unrealized take profit levels. Like if the moment you start interfering in what the system is doing, everything is lost. Everything. You can kiss your account goodbye, you can kiss your mental state goodbye, and in some cases, I'm gonna be real with you now. Watch The Big Short, and you will find there's there's a dude whose brother actually committed suicide, and it is because of this very same thing. Like they always just felt, yes, it is the big crash that caused it in '08 and stuff, but the need, the if you feel like you have the need to be in every single market, there's really some crazy trouble there. I am just being honest. There's really, and it's only gonna lead to big problems. One of the problems is closing early. And closing early means that you're gonna take small profits the whole time. See what interfering does? So you are gonna leave your losers, right, until they turn blue. But what if that loser doesn't turn blue? Now there's a trade that will go according to your analysis, right? Now you close it early and you do not recover that loss. Of course you're gonna feel like, yay, it's not gonna work out. Only to see that if you waited a while, if you waited like another day or two, that trade would have never hit your stop loss and would have gone on to hit your take profit only if you had not interfere, if you had just been patient to your strategy. Now, not giving your system the time to work, that is a big problem. If your system mainly works on the daily and the 4 hour time frames like my system does, then and you are going and scratching on the 15 minute, and then you do not deserve a strategy like that. Then you should be a scalper. You should be the guys that goes in and out of the market. And even at that, I wouldn't advise it. Because scalping is really dangerous. So if you are constantly not going to give your system the time to work, you are always going to pull at the back end of the stick. Like, that isn't even a joke. The reality is really harsh, and the moment you feel that reality, it's not gonna be nice. I can tell you that now because I experienced it myself. Instant gratification in Forex, nope, not here, buddy. That is not gonna work over here. You're gonna see your ass every single time. Instant gratification and Forex, they are not in the same WhatsApp group. So cancel that. You are not gonna come and make a shit ton of money in your first month, especially if you're not gonna be disciplined. Especially if you're not gonna be disciplined. If you're not gonna have the long game in mind in Forex and you want the thrill, then go to your nearest V slots and go gamble, please. Because that instant gratification, that thrill, that, ooh, I made money, that is not in Forex. If you're going to be emotional all the time, do not trade. Go catch a thrill at V slots and come back. I bet you're going to come back with less money that you even went in. At some point, you're going to be like, oh shit, what the fuck am I doing here even? So, if you do not have the long game in mind, it's not going to work out. It's really not going to work out. Go and Google what the best hedge fund manager promises their clients as a yearly return on investment, a yearly ROI, and then see how unrealistic you have been with your goals. This is the crazy part of it all. Like, I understand we have to make money, we have to get in there, but if you're not going to take disciplined actions, you are never going to see that money. Now, one of the mistakes that I see a lot of people make is they would start with 100 Rand, right? Or let's make it 1,000. They would start with 1,000 Rand, right? 1,000 Rand, that is roughly, say, $70 or so. Now, they would build that, right, to 2,000 Rand in a month's time. Now, that is 100% gains, right? That is crazy. First of all, that is crazy. 100% gain in 1 month, that is crazy. That your banks can't even do that for you. The biggest hedge fund the best hedge fund, X capital of billions, doesn't even promise that to their clients for a year. Right? So now you're the happiest. Yeah, I made 100% on my account. I have 2,000 Rand now. I can trade. I am good. And then the next week, boom, you're back where you started. You're back and now you're the saddest. You start scratching your head. You're shattered. You don't know what to do now. because you're back where you started now. And it seems to you like you're not that trader anymore. And this is where the emotions part really fucks everyone over. The best trader will take a trade and not feel anything towards the outcome. If you can't do that, you're not ready to be a trader. Like I said, go catch that thrill at V slots and come back. Now, you're making unnecessary changes and you're just all over the place with your changes, inducing more losses and more losses and more losses. And at the end of the day, where you could have recuperated your profits and then some, you are now sitting with a blown account. All because you are not following your system, all because you are thinking you are smarter than your system. And that is just not the case. So, like I said, there's some disciplined action at the end of this, and right now we are there. And the first disciplined action that I would advise you guys to take, listen, I'm not a guru, I'm not a financial guru. This is just things that have helped me. Let me just get that out of the way. I'm not a self-help expert. I'm not an expert in no sense. I'm not a master, I'm not a guru. I'm nothing. I'm literally Lorraine Fix and Rian Julius's son. I'm just Rydal Fix. I'm not a guru, I'm not a master, but this is a few things that has been working for me, and the best thing that I can do is share it with you guys. So the first thing that I advise you guys to do is to take time to put the system in place with entry reason and exit strategies and test it on a demo. Do not come off that demo unless you are ready to. Do not, and I will create another podcast on switching from your demo to your live, but that is a whole nother psychology game. And do not move to live if you are ready. Catch the thrill and then invest your money, because now you are wiser. Now you can think. Now you're thinking. Now you're moving from logic and not from emotion. Another thing that you should do is only take trades that satisfy the system's criteria. Because the moment you break and you think you are cleverer, more clever than your system that you've put in place, you are always going to see your ass. Now you are thinking, oh, I can trade out of thought, I can trade out of my heart, I can trade out of my mind, I can trade out of what I'm feeling, and that is where the problem starts. Now you're trading with intuition, now you're gambling. Go catch that thrill at V slots and come back, man. The third thing that I would like to say is do not constantly look at your trades. You will go insane. Go catch that thrill at V slots and come back. Only gamblers constantly want to see where they're at, what they're doing, what their trade is doing. Go catch that thrill at V slots and come back. Do not deviate from your system. You have set that system in place for a reason. The moment you start deviating from the system, whether it be a board system or a system that you have personally worked on yourself, you will start losing money. I can guarantee you that. And that is why if there's tweaks that still need to be made, you do not come off that demo. And once again, this time, go to a casino. Go sit around that roulette table and go gamble. Go sit around all of that gambling tables. Go throw dice. Go catch that thrill. And come back. I bet you will come home with less money than you went there with. The fifth thing, that I would like to say is you have to let the market run and do its thing. Like I said, I'm not a guru, I'm not a master, I'm not an expert. I do not even consider myself that skilled of a trader. But one thing I can give myself is that most times I let the market run and do its thing. Why? Because I know that I do not control the market. I do not control the market. So all I can do is do my analysis the best to my ability, and as soon as I've placed that trade, sit back and let the market do its thing. The last thing, and this is the most important one, realize that you are not smarter than your system or the market. Never ever think that you are smarter than the market. Remember, a prediction is just a prediction. I always say this. A prediction is just a prediction. If the market goes your way, fine. Star on your head. Gold star on your head. What more do you want? But now if the market goes against you and you've married your prediction and you've entered on your prediction, what now? Hmm? Now you've lost. Now you get the red dot on your head that means you are stupid. Not actually you are stupid, sorry, because you don't get stupid people. You have been undisciplined. Hmm? Oh, who know? How now? Huh? Now you're just losing. Now you're just wasting unnecessary money. So never ever think that you're smarter than the system you have put in place. I have thought that I am smarter than my system because I saw, oh, I can jump a trade here, I can jump a trade there. Oh, I can get out early, I can get out early there. And then always at the end of every trade, I want to run into a wall. I'm not even lying. At the end of every trade that I have personally interfered in, I want to run into a running wall. Like not too long ago, we were buying on Euro USD, right? I was expecting Euro USD to fall. Before Euro USD got to take profit, I was like, it's a downtrend. Um, let me not take any chances. Things can turn around. But my stop loss wasn't my entry point like long time. So I don't know why I was stressed. And then I took the profits, right? The market didn't even get to my entry point, but it shot back up and it surpassed my take profit point. Right now, I know there's some members in my signal group that just keep their stuff because they know I overreact sometimes. Um, but the crazy part is, had I not interfered, I would have made a full of the full amount of that trade, and I only made half. And that is the crazy part. Like you see how faulted I am, and because I can realize the mistakes I make, I am able to identify some actions that has helped me conquer these mistakes that I have made in the past. And listen, this whole episode that I've compiled here is just out of my own mistakes and out of my own triumphs. Like I said, I'm not a guru, I'm not a master, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy sharing what has been working for me, what hasn't been working for me, so that those that come up after me, they have a guide of what has been working, what has not been working. Like I said, I apologize for not uploading as often as I should have. Our roof blew off. Our roof. Every time I say our roof blew off, no, I just want to burst out into singing the Say to Wester theme song, the start one, not the intro, the intro. That is so crazy. I don't know why. Probably to make like cut of the situation, but it could have been so much worse. I would just like to thank Ronaldo for wanting to drive out of Makassar to my house to come and help me. That is just so flipping crazy. I would like to send a big shout out to Henny, to Robert, to Trevor, to everyone that basically reached out and was just willing to come and help. That literally means so much to me. Um, I will be posting more often now because the roof is sorted and we're just waiting for the material on the neighbor's roof because that has to be fixed as well. And as soon as that is, I will probably be posting more frequently, set up more podcasts. But up until the next episode, guys, I will see you and you do not want to miss the next one. It is really interesting. Thanks for watching. See you again. Cheers.